Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to deliver your January 2016 mid-month reading. These are general readings, so they may not apply or resonate the same for everyone who watches them. If not, I suggest you check your rising and your moon sign as well. I continue to use the Gilded Tarot deck, and a special thank you, of course, going out to those of you who continue to watch and follow and listen and subscribe. I've been getting such wonderful positive feedback from all of you. Thank you so very much. And thank you to those of you who have allowed me to do personal readings for you and have been keeping me so busy with those. It's an honor and a pleasure. Thank you very much. So, also a little bit of information. I am still offering yearly overviews and outlooks for 2016 in the form of 60 and 90-minute readings. So if you're interested in those or any other personal readings, please just click the About button on my channel's homepage, and that will give you a little more detail about myself, the services I offer, and my contact information. And you can email me at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. So this video is for Virgo for January 2016 mid-month. And one of my subscribers and followers reminded me and pointed it out that I had actually neglected to put out Virgos mid-month with the rest of them. So my apologies to all you Virgos out there. And here we go. So what does the remainder of January hold for Virgo? January 2016 mid-month for Virgo. January 2016 mid-month for Virgo. Okay. Let's go. We begin with the Magician, followed by the Three of Cups, the King of Cups reversed, followed by the Devil, the Three of Pentacles, followed by the High Priestess, the Ace of Swords, followed by the Page of Wands, and as an overall theme and general feeling of the month, I pull a card from the bottom of the deck, and you have the Five of Swords. So let's take a look here, Virgo. Okay, interesting. So we begin with the Magician card, a Major Arcana card. You have 1, 2, 3 of those for this reading, Virgo, followed by the Three of Cups. So the Magician card points to an individual who has everything that they need in order to solve a problem or work on a project or basically anything that you want to accomplish. It looks like Virgo somewhere around the middle of January, although the timeline of the card's not being quite so definitive in beginnings and endings. This could actually be going on for the majority of the month of January and also going into February a little as well. The Magician points to an individual who has, through a long road of experience, gained the tools, the knowledge and experience of using those tools and all the wisdom and clarity and insight through trial and error with which to accomplish pretty much anything he sets his mind to. This is an individual who tends to definitely march to the tune of his own drum. This is someone who doesn't necessarily always work well with others in terms of negotiation and compromise, although he can if he feels it serves his end somehow. This is someone who's very intelligent, very creative, and very good at figuring out a way through things and figuring out how to bring things to fruition and make them come together. Now this card is paired with the Three of Cups. Now the cups being the element of water, and it is a suit, an emotional suit, one that points towards our emotion, love, relationships. The Three of Cups is a celebratory card. This is a card of celebration of something. This is also a card that points towards spending time in the company of people whose company you truly enjoy and truly love. This card also points to taking pleasure in the simple things around you. Now, Virgo, I feel that this combination of cards, it looks like in the middle of the month of January or somewhere around that time frame. It looks like there's something, the overall card that you got for the month is the Five of Swords, which we'll get to in just a little bit. but it points towards having some conflict, and I feel it's conflict with others this month, whether it's just one specific person or a group of people, perhaps family members. It looks like there's a little bit of conflict going on, or a real need for compromise with other people this month. And it looks like going into this, whatever it is that's going on in terms of this conflict or people not seeing eye to eye or not being able to um, come to a common ground on something, it looks like you, Virgo, have the knowledge and the know-how to somehow find a solution to this, to brainstorm and to help people kind of work together, find a way to bring something together so that the feeling that I'm getting is just, again, a group of people, and this reads similarly to one of the last videos I put out. I'm not sure, again, if it was another earth sign or not, but just a sense of conflict with one or more people, and it looks like if you tap into the reservoir of some kind of wisdom or experience you have in this situation, perhaps it's knowledge of the people themselves. The feeling that I'm getting, Virgo, is that you will be able to find a solution somehow to bring these people together in a way that makes this work in a way that people actually enjoy working together or being together somehow. For some of you, I think a small portion of you, this is going to resonate as I'm getting something about a family argument or a group of close friends. There's some kind of conflict or arguing. There's some issue that people are not seeing eye to eye on somehow, and it looks like you're going to be an integral part of actually finding a peaceful path of compromise through that. Now, following that, we have the King of Cups in reverse paired with the Devil card. Now, the King of Cups in reverse, in the upright, this would be a person, kings being individuals who have reached the mastery of their suit. In this case, it would be emotions. In the upright position, this would represent an individual who is pretty well in tune and pretty well grounded with his emotions, and who's able to access them and tap them and come from a place of wisdom and compassion, but without allowing the emotions to sway him one way or the other. This is somebody who would be very emotionally grounded, very emotionally intuitive, and in touch with um, the normal array of emotions that we have. However, in the reverse, it can speak to the polar opposite of that. It speaks to a person who um, can be either quite detached from his emotions, for some reason has become quite cool and aloof and detached. This could resonate, Virgo. I don't actually feel like this is you. I actually feel like this is a specific individual in your life, and it could resonate a couple of different ways in terms of the personality of this card. Reverse, it could point to someone who's completely detached, aloof, not in touch with their emotions at all, someone very cold. It could also speak to someone who is suffering from emotional imbalance and who is overly emotional, and someone for whom their emotions actually rule their thought process and their decision-making abilities. This is also someone who, in the reverse, if this resonates for you, and I think this is going to be for a large portion of you as it's paired with the Devil card, this could be somebody who's extraordinarily manipulative in an emotional way, somebody who perhaps, and this is what's actually coming through quite strongly for me right now, which points towards this maybe resonating for a larger portion of you Virgos out there. This resonates to someone who is emotionally manipulative, and the sense that I'm getting is that this person is kind of a key component in this conflict you're having, either with this person specifically or within a group of people that this person is in, whether it's a family unit or some kind of close friends, or for some of you it could even be maybe work related or colleagues of some kind. But what I'm getting is that this is a person who is being quite emotionally manipulative, and there's some kind of conflict here, some kind of conflict between you and this person, and you and this person in a group of people. Now, this King of Cups reversed is paired with the Devil card, which points to imbalance in a large degree. Now, the Devil card can represent the conventional addictions that we know of, like drugs, alcohol, sex, money, that sort of thing. And for some of you, this may resonate this way for this reverse King of Cups individual. This can point to, but really the underlying theme of this card is imbalance. It points towards too much time, too much energy, um, too much dependence and control within a certain situation or a certain relationship. It speaks to just an obsessive, unhealthy degree of attention and focus in one area, whether it's the situation itself, or for some of you, this is going to resonate as a relationship. Um, but again, for the larger group of you, I'm getting just a conflict within a small group of people. And I think that paired with the King of Cups, this points towards this individual. There's just a great deal of imbalance and an unhealthy level of control and manipulation within this conflict with this person or this group of people that this individual is involved in that includes you in some way. And it points towards just really a lot of, I'm just getting a lot of conflict, a lot of verbal back and forth, nobody winning, nobody, just a constant kind of sense of imbalance. But again, I refer back to the first coupling of cards, Virgo, about you having somehow there's something within you that you need to draw on, that you need to tap on, because it looks like you have whatever it takes to make a success out of this conflict, whether it's either cutting this person out, but what I'm feeling is that there's something within you, there's some kind of intuition, knowledge, know-how, experience you have that you can pull on to help bring this thing together and either find a way to compromise with this King of Cups, or being the magician that you are, to also not give in to any type of emotional manipulation, because this looks like um, a relationship with this person or this person and this group of individuals that looks to be very unhealthy, and as if this person is trying to control you and or the people around him through emotional manipulation and maneuvering in an unhealthy way. Now we follow that with the Three of Pentacles paired with the High Priestess. And again, this goes back to compromise and negotiation within a group of people, be it a small group of people or a large group of people. I'm getting that it's not a very big group of people for those of you for whom it resonates as a circle of people. But the Three of Pentacles, Pentacles, the element is that of earth, and Pentacles typically point towards things in our tangible, grounded, practical world. Most often things like money, finances, resources, assets, property. It can point to job. This is a card that points towards working together with other people on a project or a cause or some kind of focus that includes you and at least one other person, but specifically a smaller group of people working together on something to achieve a common goal. This card can points towards compromise and negotiation with people. If excuse me, for instance, if you were excuse me, I'm just recovering from a cold. For instance, if this were a personal business or finance reading and you were looking for a card, you were looking for personal recognition in a way that you stood out from everybody else, this would not be the card to get, because this is a card of actually a group effort, group negotiation, of being part of something as a whole. This card can also come up, and I feel that there's an element of that resonating here. This card I've also seen come up when there's a conflict within a group, or there needs to be some issue that's not being agreed upon, that people need to find a compromise on, some way to agree and find common ground. And this is paired with the High Priestess card, which is another major arcana card. Now, the High Priestess, and it's interesting that you have the Magician and the High Priestess together in this reading. It implies a great deal of independent creativity, intuition, intelligence. The High Priestess is a deeply, deeply intuitive individual. This is someone who sees a lot. This is someone who's very observant, but somebody who doesn't necessarily speak everything that they see. This is somebody who knows the wisdom and the value in when to speak and when not to speak, so that when they do, their words carry the most value, the most weight, and are the most productive. And I think paired with this Three of Pentacles card, and just the feeling I'm getting overall of this sense of conflict within a group of people, I feel, and also that beginning Magician card, which says that somehow, Virgo, there's some role that you have to play within this situation that looks like that you, through a combination of your own experience, wisdom, know-how, perhaps knowledge of these people, and along with the high priestess, a deep sense of intuition. If you tap on that and go within, it looks like you're going to have some kind of brainstorm or some kind of idea. There's something that you can do to make um, a profound difference within this conflict, to pull it together, to make a success out of it, and to find common ground with people, and to stand your course. The high priestess and the magician, neither one of these individuals would allow themselves to be emotionally manipulated or controlled within a situation. Both of these individuals, Virgo, are individuals who would be able to see through petty disputes of that kind and be able to find a clear and concise and a path through this, and also to have the wisdom, compassion, and intuition in order to help people come together on this and help find a resolution to this conflict within this relationship or group of relationships. Now, at or towards the end of January, or this could be bleeding into a little bit of the beginning of February as well, we have the Ace of Swords paired with the Page of Wands. Now, the Ace of Swords, swords, the element being air, and swords is a suit that points towards our thoughts, our emotions, not our emotions, our thoughts, our ways of thinking, our perspectives, logic, reasoning, cerebral. And aces represent new beginnings, the promise, the seeds, the potential of something to come. And the Ace of Swords, I always see the Ace of Swords out of all four of the aces as being the most swift and the most powerful and the most profound in terms of how it can cut quite through things to bring truth and knowledge to light in a very clear, sometimes almost painfully clear sort of way. Swords are also one of the universal symbols of truth and knowledge. And I think Virgo, at or towards the end of January 2016, it looks like either by somebody else, or I feel for the larger portion of you, this is something that's going to come from within, from accessing the traits that you already possess of the magician and the high priestess, that you're going to find. I think it's going to hit you quite suddenly, quite profoundly, and it's going to reveal in startling clarity what exactly needs to happen within this conflict, within this relationship or group of relationships, in order to bring things together and find resolution, negotiation, and compromise within this. And I think that there's going to be some truth, some way, some solution clarified that's going to be brought to illumination. And I feel like it's going to come from you. That somehow, Virgo, I feel like you're a key component in bringing this thing together, or this group of people together, somehow solving this. It's now the Ace of Swords is paired with the Page of Wands. Pages can represent young people or actual children in your life, and even though I'm not really getting that feeling from this reading, for some of you it could resonate as a young person or child that has an effect or a placement in this conflict and this conflict resolution. But I feel more like this is messages, pages also being the messengers of the tarot deck, and I often see them that way. And paired with the Ace of Swords, I feel like whatever this idea, this truth, this path that becomes illumined to you, that you this way that you find through this, I think that it's coming to you, and it's going to be accompanied by some kind of message. You're going to be receiving some kind of messages, whether it's from an actual individual. And I actually feel like somebody's going to say something that's going to set something off in your head, perhaps a chain reaction that's going to lead you to finding and being a key component and bringing these people together, or resolving this conflict somehow, and finding common ground. And I think that whatever it is going to propel you to action and to movement, and that you're going to find a different perspective in a different way, a different mode of action. That's what I feel paired with the Ace of Swords, Virgo. That you're going to find a different way, a way to stop I'm getting kind of a sense of petty arguments and disputes and things going around and around. This Five of Swords we have as an overall card represents, conflict, but not but not really having a clear victor. And I think that at or towards the end of the month, you're going to be getting an idea either through your own intuition, which I feel is going to be the case through some of you. You're going to figure out a way through this. Somehow you're going to be an important piece of bringing um, this conflict to a close, and finding a way to get people to talk to each other and to see eye to eye. And whatever this is going to propel you to action. You're going to be receiving a message of some kind around this. Perhaps somebody else is going to team up with you in figuring out a different way of going about this to bring a different perspective, a fresh perspective, and you're going to be able to tackle this a different way and in a more successful way. Now, the card you pulled is the overall energy for the remainder of the month. It's the Five of Swords. And again, I'm just getting a sense of conflict with an individual or a group of individuals. And it feels like this group of individuals, a key person in that or somebody leading them is this reverse King of Cups, where there appears to be a lot of emotional manipulation or repeated attempts at trying to control you and control the situation or control the group through emotional manipulation. For some of you, this is going to represent a group of friends, maybe a group of colleagues, or something within a family unit as well. And this could be over or about or regarding a child or a young person too. But I just get the sense of just a conflict and petty battles going back and forth. The Five of Swords represents technically kind of a victory, but not really. You can see this card shows a man who has just come from a battle. His opponents or enemies or foes are on the grass and the ground behind him, obviously defeated. He has gathered up all of their weapons and he is holding his own aloft in victory. But as I always say with this card, if you look closely, you can see that this battle has cost him a great deal. Um, he doesn't look particularly victorious. He looks exhausted. He looks tired. He looks weary. He's bleeding from a cut on his forehead. It's been a long, hard battle, and it's not clear if, again, it's a card of temporary victory, but not real victory. And this card begs the question, has it been worth it? Is it worth it? Has all of the effort, perhaps the wounds you've suffered, all the back and forth, all the conflict, all the fighting, is it worth it? Has it been worth it? Is it enough to continue to do this thing? Because it looks like Virgo, it looks like there's a real battle, a real conflict with this King of Cups reverse individual, and if he's not the sole person that you're in conflict with, it looks like he's leading. He has he has the lead role in conflict within a group of people or within a family unit, but it looks like you have the ability to either find a way through this to solve this, or for some of you, this could just mean breaking away or walking away from the situation. With the Three of Pentacles and the High Priestess too, I think that you have the wisdom and the knowledge to know what to do in this situation, and the intuition and compassion with how to do it, and also how to choose your words wisely so they have the most weight and the most value in finding a successful path through or away from this thing. So Virgo, what an interesting reading. It looks like the remainder of the month is going to be about evaluation, potential problem solving, and perhaps making a decision whether to walk away or not, although I'm not really seeing any breaking away, walking away, sailing away kind of cards. It just looks all about conflict with a person or within a group of people, a lot of emotional manipulation going on, some unhealthy imbalance and control, but trying to find a way to work together and compromise. And it looks like towards or at the end of the month, you're going to be getting some different ideas on how to do that. That's going to propel you to action. It looks like this might be a bit more of an ongoing process for you because it doesn't look like there's a definitive yes or no or ending right at the end of the month. So I'm guessing that this is going to be maybe just a little bit more of an ongoing process for you. So Virgo, I hope this reading has resonated with you, or at least given you a little bit of insight and clarity. If it hasn't, I suggest you also check your rising and your moon sign as well. Again, I apologize for getting this out to you, Virgos, so late. Um, uh, but I look forward to seeing you next month in February of 2016 for the general readings and all the love specials that will be going on next month. So As always, Virgo, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next month.